when you're in sterile processing, you're in the basement of the hospital, you know, like the morgue is literally on the other end of the hallway. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Sheree J. Thank you so much for being here today. Today's video is going to be all about why I no longer work in sterile processing. The videos that I have posted on sterile processing are still getting views and lots of comments and questions, and I figured I would redo this video because I did it, but I deleted it because I was deleting stuff off my channel. And I figured I would just remake it just to, you know, clear the air to anyone that is finding those sterile processing videos. So let's get right into it. So I recently posted a video titled Where I've Been, and then I got my CDL. And I know on a previous video of one of my sterile processing shorts, I've had a lot of people asking like, oh, what are you doing now if you don't work in sterile processing? So let me just start from the beginning and how I even came across sterile processing. Well, I was looking for a trade because I was like, okay, I work in customer service, which really doesn't require that much knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And I need a better job, I need better money, I need more consistent money, and I have a life that I'm trying to build for myself, you know? And I came across so many different trades, but a lot of them needed like 2 years in school. And I'm like, that's basically a college degree, you know what I'm saying? So did a tons of searching for months and finally came across sterile processing. Once I did the research on it and like surgery instruments and all this, and I watched a couple of videos and I was like, oh, that sounds cool or whatever. Then I found out that the travel techs make a lot more money. So I had my mind set on being a travel sterile tech. So I paid for the class out of pocket. It was like $825. And then we had to wear scrubs. I bought my scrubs. And when I did the class, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. The first week, I was like, I don't know if this is for me. Not because the work was hard or anything. My heart just wasn't there, you know. But, you know, that little thing called opportunity tax, I felt like, well, I already paid my $800 and I already spent $100 on scrubs and $100 on shoes. I'm basically out of $1,100 at this point. Like, I'm going to go through with it, you know. That was my idea. So I did school. And then my school had a internship placement. I turned in all my paperwork for the internship placement, got an internship. But mind you, during this time, I am still working full time. My job did not care about school or anything. It was like, well, we don't have any part-time positions. You're signed on as a full-time employee, and that's what it is. I let my internship know that, hey, my job is not letting up on full-time hours, so we're gonna have to work something out. The supervisor of the whole sterile processing department was cool with that, but his wife, who also works in sterile processing, and y'all know how that go when couples work together, she was not the nicest to me. And I think she thought it was because like I wasn't showing up, but it was like, no girl, like I have to go to work still, you know. Like, what are you know? The first week of my internship was supposed to be a month, but considering I still work full time, it got stretched out to 3 months, right? So the first week she was really nice, all this other good stuff. But every week after that, she didn't even say good morning. I'm not even kidding you guys. She literally did not speak to me for the remainder of the 3 months. Now, I knew when I was in class, like, I don't really think this is for me, because I'm not passionate about healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not, you know. And the thing about hospitals, it's not even like, oh, I don't like hospitals. Like, it's not even that. It's just like, it's so dreary and monotonous, and like, it's just like, it feels sad in there, you know. Like when you're in sterile processing, you're in the basement of the hospital, you know. Like the morgue is literally on the other end of the hallway, you know? So like I say, even when I was in class, I was like, you know, but I spent my money. So I was like, I'm going to go through with it. So when I got to the internship and, you know, the supervisor's wife was not being nice, I was still trying to just hang on in there because I'm like, you know, cool. Again, I'm here. It's not like I work here. It's just an internship. I don't have to see her after this. During the internship, the workers that were supposed to be helping me, here's the thing. Companies try to force people to train people and they're not getting paid to train. So I understand that. I understand like, hey, you guys are not paying me to train this person. So like I can maybe answer a question or two, but I'm not about to stand over her and like walk her through the entire workday. And that was kind of the vibe from the people that I was working alongside. It was kind of like, we can help you, but like we're not getting paid to train, so we're not going to train. So basically this entire 3 months, I was just in a whirlwind of people not speaking or, you know, giving me really short answers. The environment was just toxic. In short, it was toxic, you know. So I'm still trying to work full time, still trying to do all this. I literally was on the clock 6 out of the 7 days of the week, whether it be internship or my real job. I only had 1 day off each week for 3 months to like get my life together, you know. So once I finished the internship, I was excited, I was pumped, I was, you know, whatever. I got my first apartment, and then I got a job. You know, I had been applying for jobs, but they were like, oh, you got to take your test, I should have taken a test right away, but I was so focused on the internship. And if you are considering sterile processing, I would get your test done as soon as possible. Don't worry about an internship. That's what they try. Oh, you need experience. At the end of the day, if you are not certified on paper with nationally within your state, they don't care about your experience. Now, if you have a license and experience, okay, cool. But if you just have experience and no license, it's basically like, we don't even know if you're going to pass the test. Companies are really not willing to hire you. The only reason I got hired was because my teacher was the one who hired me from my sterile processing class. I worked at that hospital for 1 week. One single week. I was excited. It literally took me longer to get hired than I actually worked there. I had to get all these other shots and all this other stuff, and I worked there for 1 week because one of the supervisors, not my teacher, but the person that she has like directly underneath her, basically said, her exact words was, you're trying to be slick and get a day off. Those are her exact words. And we had words. We absolutely did, you know, because I feel like this is a job and everything, but like, you're not going to disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you were in the wrong. The situation was, she posted my schedule and it said I was off. So when I asked her about it, like, oh, I just want to verify that I'm off or whatever, she started going off like, oh, you're not off. What are you talking about? Blah, blah. And I'm like, you literally posted the schedule saying I'm off. And she's like, well, I'm just going to write it in that you're here. And I'm like, but you already posted an official schedule. Like, you know what I'm saying? And after that, she said, you just trying to be slick and get a day off. And we had words. And the next day I go into work, and basically my actual teacher was like, well, y'all having words or whatever, I'm gonna have to let you go because whatever, you know. I didn't sign any paperwork because I was like, I'm not agreeing to that. You're out of your mind, you know what I'm saying? But obviously you're not gonna fire your supervisor who's been working in sterile processing for 30 years. You're gonna fire the person who's been there for a week, who doesn't even have a license. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more of a liability. And I think she just fired me because she did not want me to go to HR. And that's just what it is. She didn't want me to go to HR because once she found out what her supervisor said, she knew I had every right to make a complaint, and she just beat me to the punch, basically, you know. And honestly, given those experiences, I was like, this isn't worth it to me. Like, the money is simply not worth dealing with this toxicity. My internship was toxic. The people that worked there were toxic. This job was toxic. I just didn't have the desire to do it anymore, you know? Now, I do still stand by everything that I have said in those videos. Everything that you see in those videos is correct. Everything that I said is correct. If you are considering sterile processing, I would say don't worry about my experience. Do it for yourself, you know? But I think this just goes to show the state of the healthcare system. A lot of people say, even like nurses that make the big bucks are like, man, healthcare, like, it's toxic. It's just not the same. It's not eventful, you know. It is a chore to do it, you know. And I 100% agree. If you are not truly passionate about healthcare or working in sterile processing, or want to be a nurse, or wanting to work in whatever department, I wouldn't waste my time with it, you know. And that's what led me to my CDL. My dad has his CDL, my brother has his CDL. I know a lot of other people that have their CDL, and it's basically easy money. You know, it's easy money. That's the best way I can explain it. It's easy money. It helps you travel depending on, who you work for. And that is exactly what I want in a job. I love travel. I'm like a busybody. I cannot sit in one place for too long. And that's what I wanted, was a job that would allow me to travel. But I'm at the age now where, like, I hate dealing with coworkers, y'all. I got my first job on paper when I was 14 years old, okay, as a cashier in a print shop through a work permit program. But before that, I was cutting grass, washing cars, doing yard work or whatever. And my dad would pay me for that. So I've always been like a solo money maker, you know, like I feel like I'm genuinely destined to be an entrepreneur, and that's what I'm working on. And that is really the only reason why I'm like, man, I just need a job that I can do that can get me to my goal, and that's it. Co-workers, management, all that other fuddy-duddy stuff, I just don't have time for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, co-workers are weird, and managers power trip, and I just don't have time for it. I'm here to get money, and that's it. Like, all this other personal stuff that y'all got going on and wanting to be toxic or whatever, that's just not where I'm at mentally and emotionally. And I just feel like, you know, me driving a truck and I'm the only person in it, the only people I got to deal with is dispatch. That's it. You know, they tell me to go to wherever state, and that's just where I go. I drop it off, I keep it pushing, you know. I've talked to other people that have their CDLs, and they literally say, like, depending on what job you have, is literally the easiest money you'll ever make, you know. And that's just what I'm working on now, you know. Like I say, I'm not, you know, dissing sterile processing or anything. It just didn't work out for me, and I knew that when I was sitting in class, and I should have just took the L, basically. I should have just took the L instead of wasting basically over a year of my time trying to get this thing to work, you know. But like I say, I'm just on a different mission now. But I'm still gonna keep the sterile processing videos up because, like I said, I still stand by everything that I said in them, and I can still answer questions to the best of my ability. But I figured I would just put it out there as to, like, no, I do not physically work there, so some things I genuinely can't answer. But that is why I no longer work in sterile processing, and that's what led me to get my CDL. I will be posting CDL content very, very soon, because I want you guys to, you know, one, see what I'm doing, and then I want you to have the information for yourself. And especially since I am a woman with the CDL, there's a lot of women out there getting their CDL now, and you know, I feel like it could be lucrative, you know, for women. You know, we can hang, okay? We can hang with the best of them. So be on the lookout for that CDL content this summer. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and your bell notifications are on, so you know when I post next. I have a new series coming up for the summertime, so be on the lookout for that, and I will see y'all on the next video.